What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you guys already know how I feel about Black Ops 6 when it comes to the brand new content coming into the game. I have been a little bit worried. Now, everybody always keeps jumping down my throat saying, you're just worried because you hate on COD. No, I'm worried for legitimate reasons. If you guys know, the past of Call of Duty has been pretty much the same. Sledgehammer is treated as the support studio. They put together games that, aren't really, I shouldn't say they're not full-fledged out projects, but they take a lot of assets from previous games that Infinity Ward or, Treyarch put together, and then they just fill it with content. All the time that they didn't have to put forth towards the development cycle, they put that time into just stuffing the games with content. And if you remember correctly, with Vanguard, it was filled with maps, and right afterwards, with Modern Warfare 2 2022, we had some of the worst content drops we have ever witnessed in mankind. So with Modern Warfare 3 coming back around the corner, and I see Sledgehammer once again, providing tons of content, it made me a little bit worried about Black Ops 6. Are we going to go through the same exact process where Sledgehammer produces all the content and, the rest of the teams, they're more so focused on, I guess, I don't know. I truthfully don't know what they're more focused on, but I'll tell you what, it's definitely not the content. So with this, knowledge going into Black Ops 6, I've been a bit skeptical. I don't want to jump the gun because, I do enjoy Black Ops 6, but I've been worried about the content side of things. Are they going to live up to what Sledgehammer has been just continuously providing for the Call of Duty community? And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you guys something. They released all the information for Season 1, and it is looking freaking juicy. And dare I say, we might be getting a game with just as much content as Modern Warfare 3 2023. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post everything about X-Defiant, Black Ops 6, and there's also a brand new update in Black Ops 6, which I do want to discuss, so we'll have a video about that out tomorrow. I don't want to cram it into today's video because this video will probably go on for like 25-30 minutes. So to, spare you guys some time here, I'm going to separate them into two different videos. But of course, if you guys want to go ahead and see that video when it goes live, subscribe, hit that bell. We actually just recently hit 50,000 subscribers, everybody. Absolutely insane. I can't believe we nailed that goal with the time span that we did. But man, each and every one of you guys who have been showing support to me, showing all the love, and just checking out all the content. I was a little worried about, kind of balancing Black Ops 6 and X-Defiant together, but it's been doing so good. So, all the love you guys have been showing me has just been meaning the absolute world. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all the support you guys have been showing me. And last but not least, if you guys want to check out any of my live streams, I will be live today over on Twitch. Want to come chat it up with me, hang out with me, regardless, hop into the open lobbies that we host. You guys can find a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. But ladies and gentlemen, enough yapping. Let's get right into it. As you can see right here from Treyarch over on Twitter, dropping in Black Ops 6 Season 1. 5 multiplayer maps plus Nuketown Holiday. 7 new weapons, ransack and prop hunt modes, BO6 ranked play, directed mode and zombies, hand cannon score streak, shadow and shrapnel radar perks, high roller wildcard, area 99 and BO6 weapons in Warzone, season 1 battle pass and black cell, and brand new zombie map mid-season plus more. Now, I'm not really going to deep dive into the perks or anything like that because that is something that I would rather get playtime with before critiquing. But as I said in the beginning of this video, I'm hyper-focusing on the content, ladies and gentlemen. I was so worried. I was so freaking worried that Treyarch was not going to deliver. They were going to have a 4-year cycle to put together a game, and they were going to just leave the first season bare bones, and obviously it was going to be hyper-focused on Warzone, as they do every single time around, minus when Sledgehammer puts together a game. But boy, oh boy, was I wrong. I'm beyond stoked, ladies and gentlemen. I am so happy to see that Treyarch is absolutely cooking. Of course, I know the complaints, skill-based matchmaking is indeed going to ruin the overall experience. It's going to make it tedious and people aren't going to want to hop into the experience. I know the servers are all rusty and stuff like that. But man, oh man, you cannot deny in any way, shape, or form that Treyarch is absolutely going to town with this. And I'm hoping that they keep this momentum. But I knew something was fishy. When the official Call of Duty page came out and said, oh, we're showing you a few of the maps. And I sat there and thought to myself, they said a few. Does that mean we're getting more? You guys can go back and look at my video when I said this. And I'm like, I wonder if it's going to be 5 of them. And it just so happens that we are getting 5 maps, guys. Now let me go ahead and show you guys the roadmap because it's phenomenal. Now, I'm not going to really discuss anything on the Warzone side because I'm not a Warzone channel. I might dabble in it, from time to time. But if you guys have been watching me for a while now, you guys know I love 6v6 games. It's why I play X-Defiant, and it's what I've been playing Call of Duty for ever since the beginning of time. So, Warzone, you might want to find another content creator about that stuff. But when it comes to 6v6, I got you guys. Look at this list, ladies and gentlemen. Now, obviously, we know about Hideout, Extraction, and Heirloom. But we are also going to be getting Racket, Hacienda, and Nuketown Holiday. Now, this is great. That's 6 total maps, guys. Well, not really 6, but, one of them is going to be a remake for the holiday season, which I am all about. If you guys have been watching me on both games, X-Defiant and Call of Duty, when it comes around to the holiday seasons, I love when the developers go all out and really, fit the vibes. Whether it's Halloween and you make a few of the maps spooky like they did in Modern Warfare 3, or if it's Christmas time and you have stuff like this. I love it, and this is what I like to see. So I'm glad that Nuketown, Holiday is going to be coming into the picture here. But what I really want to focus on is the maps, guys. Hacienda. I am so stoked to see some Black Ops 4 content being actually introduced into this game. I didn't think it was going to happen. I realistically thought that Black Ops 4 was going to be neglected at least for a handful more of years before they actually started introducing maps from that game. But I guess I was wrong because they're already putting it into Black Ops 6. Hacienda was a phenomenal map. And I have been complaining nonstop about the map sizes in this game, so I'm happy to see that it's a guaranteed, at least one guaranteed map that is going to give me a bit more flow. And also, I was looking at the Extraction overview, and I mentioned this in the previous video, that I was worried about the sizes of Hideout and Extraction. But, from the overviews, they actually look decently sized. They don't look too small. That was my biggest concern. I was really worried that we're going to get a bunch more, the maps that we already have in the game. I was worried that Hideout, Extraction, Racket, and Heirloom, I'm kind of expecting them to be small because they're also maps made for 2v2. But the others, I was really hoping that they would stray away because we already have enough small content. I want more medium to large scale sized maps. And I know they're probably going to avoid the large scale size, which I'm very disappointed about. But these do look like true medium-styled maps. They do. And I'm very happy to report that to you guys because that means hopefully we can get a tad bit more variety when it comes to the map shakeups in this game. And I also want to go ahead and point out the weapons, guys. Look at the bottom right of your screen there. The Krig and the SOG are coming right out the gate. So we're going to be getting 2 just absolute... Oh, God. I can't tell you guys how excited I am to get the SOG back in my hands. I can't even express to you guys the excitement. I'm really pumped to go ahead and use that thing again. Hopefully it's going to be just as fun. And the Krig, obviously, I'm really happy with that one. The sidearm looks very interesting, along with, I guess, the Bearer 50 cal. That's going to be a nice introduction into the game, looking absolutely gorgeous. And the shotgun at the bottom left there of the weapon catalog, that just looks wild. I'm really excited to get my hands on that. I want to see how toxic we can get with that thing. And then, obviously, the drill. I think the drill is going to be coming in mid-season and a few other things. But regardless, for the first season, this is a lot. Like, honestly, I was expecting 2 weapons, maybe 3. Like, I could see them dropping, like, a melee weapon mid-season or something like that. And then, obviously, the maps. No, they're dropping all those weapons within the first season, along with 3 maps right out the gate and 3 more within the season. That is extraordinarily solid. Well, not 3 more within the season. One of them is going to be Nuketown winter version, but still, 3. It's fresh. It's still fresh content that's going to be fun to grind. My only thing is, why are they bringing in the hand cannon? Why do they keep doing this? I don't get it. Like, I feel like that should just be something that they should make a standard in COD. If they're going to be introducing new streaks, I feel like they should actually make new streaks. Because they did this before with Black Ops Cold War, and I guarantee it. I'm calling it now. Later down the road, we're going to see probably the War Machine and other things like that being introduced into this game. Still awesome, because I love the hand cannon. I'm really excited to see how it handles within Black Ops 6, because I liked it in Cold War, but I kind of swayed more towards the War Machine. I thought it was more consistent. I don't know. I still think BO3 had the best hand cannon. Nothing compares, in my personal opinion. I love the hand cannon in BO3. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you all think. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, I am impressed. I would be lying to you guys if I were to say I am not impressed with the content drops here. This is very solid work here, Treyarch. Now, this isn't, saying that there's not other things that I have to critique, because there are. I have a video dropping tomorrow about the patch notes that they, released to us that I have to say it again. I have to say it. So, I'm still worried that the communication part that, Sledgehammer brought forward, where if the community didn't like something, it's like, okay, forget it then, it's not even a question. We'll just rework it and get it functioning in a correct manner. I really hope they bring that to the table. But again, we'll discuss that a little bit further in more detail in a different video. But for this one right here, I really wanted to hyper-focus about content because that's huge to me. Content in Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is Call of Duty. We've been playing this game for how many years now? And Activision has such a huge budget, and now they're owned by Microsoft, who have an even bigger budget. These games are always going to be heavily funded. It's not going to be like a game that, doesn't have much money and they have to really grind hard to get it. It's COD. We kind of expect this quality every year, minus, the problems with servers and all that garb. Man, it's insane to me that all these years, they just refuse to upgrade the servers. It's mind-boggling. And then pair that with the skill-based matchmaking system they have in this game. It's disgusting. It's really bad. But I'm trying to talk about, I don't want to say performance, but the quality. I guess the quality of the game. We all expect COD to be COD and the quality to be pretty consistent across the board, but the content in the game has been lacking heavily besides the games that Sledgehammer put together. So, it's nice to see things turning around for the better, and I'm hoping that this stays consistent throughout every single season within this game. I don't want it to die off within Season 2 or Season 3 or Season 4. If we're dropping 5 maps right now at Season 1, you have to keep that pumping. You got to keep that pumping. If you slow down, it's going to feel a bit inconsistent. Maybe towards the end, obviously, because we all expect that. This game is going to be over moving into the next year because obviously another game is going to be dropping. So near the end of it, I expect them to probably slow down, unless they don't, which would be phenomenal. I'll definitely give them praise for that. But to be expected, they're more than likely going to slow down, just like every other development team. I'll express my concerns and stuff like that when the time comes, like I do every year around, because it's really annoying when they do so. But it is what it is. That's just the Call of Duty cycle. But in the beginning, if you're dropping 5 now, in my opinion, you got to drop 5 or more with Season 2 and Season 3. Both those seasons have to stay consistent with this or even better. But again, that's just my opinion. Guys, go down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about all this content here. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? I mean, obviously, I understand all the flaws of the game. I clearly do, and I know I'm going to get tons of comments either saying that I'm a dumbass for thinking this is good and, this and that is wrong with the game. Or, it's probably just going to be people hating on the game in general. But you guys know on this channel, when I view these games, when I view these titles, I come in with an open mind. And I know that it's flawed with many things, like skill-based matchmaking and performance, servers, netcode, all of the above. It always is, every single year around. But I like to deep dive into what, Treyarch is trying to do here with the game itself. And having this much content definitely deserves a little love from me in my personal opinion. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed his video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And like I said earlier, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I will be live today at probably around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time over on Twitch. By all means, if you guys are interested, I got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.